Hi. So today we are going to talk about another aspect of how to describe motion. So now let's take the most simple case. So let's say there is a straight line, right? Or there is a straight road, right? And say you are standing here on that road, and there is a friend of yours some distance away from you, and there is let's say there is an ice cream shop here, let's say Baskin Robbins, and there is some other place here, let's say a school, right? Now let's say I ask you, where is your friend right now? So what would you say? You would say, okay, my friend is on the road. My friend is on the road going to this junction, and he's there. So I'll say, like, what do you mean there? So you'll say he's 100 meters away from where I am, right? Or you could say, my friend is there, and let us say there's some junction here, there's some landmark here. You'll say, from this particular position, he's, let's say, 30 meters away, right? So remember one thing. First thing is, when we have to describe where is a person, first thing is you're describing that person's position with respect to something, with respect to a particular point, right? So as an example, you could just, let's say, draw lines separately. I'm just drawing it here, not here, just for clarity. You could say, I am going to measure all the distances starting from this point. Starting from this point. This point this we'll call origin. This is just a name we are giving. We are saying that all the distances we are going to measure from this point called origin, number one. Number two, now let's say this friend of yours is, let us say, 50 meters away from here. So I'll say, let's say he is here. So it is, say, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? So I can write 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, right? And obviously there are more distances. I'm just showing up the 50 here. Now you can say that my friend is 50 meters away from the origin, and this is the origin, right? Now here's a question: 50 meters in what direction? Somebody might assume that he's 50 meters in this direction. So you'll have to say 50 there, but then there is not a very exact way of saying it. So what do you mean there? So you can say, okay, in this road, let's say there is some landmark here. Let's say there is a college here, right? So you're saying the directions going towards the college, I'll call it positive. Direction going away from that college, I'm going to call it negative. So you just choose a convention. Then you'll say, my friend's position is plus 50. So you'll just say, your friend, my friend, right? His position is plus 50. As long as I know that, your origin is here, you're measuring all the distances from here, and you're taking this as positive directions. Once you say your friend is plus 50, I know where your friend is. I know he's right here. Now let's say somebody asks you, where is the ice cream shop, Baskin Robbins? You'll say, this is 50, 60, 70, let's say this is 80, 90. You will just say, ice cream shop. You'll just say it is plus 90. You don't have to go and sing a song. Just say, ice cream shop plus 90. Now I know exactly where it is. Where is the school? You'll say school is, let us say, 1, 2, say 3, right? But now if you say school is plus 30, I will think the school is here, right? So when I'm saying this is plus 10, plus 20, I will call these distances, the opposite side, I'll call them minus. So I'll call this minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, and so on, minus 40. I can keep going, right? And now you can say, okay, the school is at minus 30. So school is at minus 30. My job is done. Now no need to so this is a very, very precise way of doing it. Just to recap what we did. When the road was straight, we just drew a straight line, number one. Number two, I have to measure distances with respect to something, right? And that something, in this case, I chose as my position. That we're going to call origin. Every distance we measure from there. And one direction we take as positive, one we take as negative. And now, boom, once you give a position plus 50, plus 90, minus 30, minus 20, whatever, I know exactly where the object is. And this way of representing, this is how we show, or how we measure motion in or movement in one dimension, or how we show different objects when they are in a straight line. Okay. Now one last thing. Now let us say you are doing these measurements, right? You chose this as origin. Now one question you may have is, does origin have to be where I am standing? No, not really. You could have instead said, okay, let's say there is some major junction here. Let us say there is some major point here. You can choose this as origin. Now what happens? Now, instead of this line, your line will look like this. Now, this is your origin, right? And now your friend here is going to be plus 10 and plus 20, right? And the school is going to be, let us say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be minus 10, this is plus, this is minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40, minus 50, and minus 60. Correct? So now what's happening? Now you are going to say the school position is minus 60 and your friend's position is, let us say, I hope I didn't get the math wrong, plus 20. Right? Now the question is this correct or is this correct? The answer is both are correct depending on what you've taken as origin. So when you say minus plus 50, right? People have to know that this is the origin and this is the direction. When you say the friend's position is plus 20, they have to know that this is the origin. So as long as you specify the origin and the direction, it does not matter which is the origin. So this is how we will be describing position of objects in one dimension, and the same thing we'll use next for measuring the movement and speed and so on. Thank you.